start the record. Go ahead.
Our mission, Helping Parents Heal, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents. Through support and resources offered, we aspire to help individuals become shining light parents, meaning a shift from a state of emotional heaviness to one of hopefulness and greater peace of mind. Helping Parents Heal goes a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and afterlife evidence in a non-dogmatic way. Helping Parents Heal affiliate group welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background, and encourage an open dialogue. Attendance at all Helping Parents Heal meetings is voluntary. All discussions that take place at affiliate-led meetings are confidential. We hope that participants will learn from and share with each other. Zoom meetings run by Helping Parents Heal leadership are not confidential. These meetings typically feature guest presenters and are posted on YouTube, so that affiliate members worldwide can watch and benefit. Neither type of Helping Parents Heal meeting is designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers, allowing parents to learn about the many possible ways to heal. This includes presenters covering progressive topics such as afterlife evidence and connecting with children who have passed. The views expressed by our guest speakers may or may not reflect the opinions of Helping Parents Heal leaders and members, so we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally.
Thank you so much, Kathy. And we're so grateful that you're here, Pauline. She has a very short bio, so I'm going to go ahead and read it for you. A very short bio for an incredible life, actually. Pauline has been touched with the gift of clairvoyance since she was 12 years old. Her psychic abilities have developed further over the years, and she now works as an international clairvoyant and medium. She travels across Great Britain and Europe, giving private readings and spiritual healing. Her work also involves offering spiritual teaching. Her greatest pleasure is witnessing the joy on people's faces after offering guidance and delivering messages from their loved ones in spirit to help people on their journeys through life. You can learn more about her at www.psychicpaulinemason.co.uk. I'll put that in the chat box. And without further ado, please join me in welcoming, me and Kathy, in welcoming beautiful Pauline Mason. Welcome, Pauline.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And it gives me just as much pleasure to work for you as you to hopefully get messages from your beautiful families. The first energy that came in today was a young man, and he was bright, he was funny, and I feel somebody who this young man belongs to has a photograph with 3 people in it, and he said 3 people. He passed quickly, and he comes today to celebrate with his family. He has met up with an older gentleman who I think would have been his grandfather. Very much a family boy, loved to tease his family, and I just feel he's here today to just to want to help them because they're still grieving quite badly for him. So does anybody understand this lovely young man?
If you do, maybe you can write in the chat box and just let Pauline know. And Kathy's written down everything about the message. So Marisol is saying yes. Maria is saying it sounds like her son, and Gail is saying possibly, and Ginny's saying yes for her son as well. So maybe we can have, oh, and Claire is saying yes as well.
Can I just ask, does anyone there understand this picture of 3 people, a very special picture? Because that's the way I would have sorted that out.
Let's see, could you just maybe let us know? Okay, so Marisol is saying yes. Now, Marisol was the first person to answer. Claire is saying possibly, Eleanor is saying yes as well. And Maria is saying yes. Actually, we have quite a few people saying yes to this. So,
and passing quickly, the passing quickly.
Okay, so passing quickly as well. And then Kathy, if you have any intuition into who you think it might be, then let me know. There's so many people saying yes, so um, and I hate to not bring someone on.
And you said he was met by his grandfather as well. Yes, Pauline?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so his grandfather was there before him.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying yes.
Right, let's try and sort something out. Bright, funny, picture with three people in, passed very quickly, comes today to celebrate with his family. So I feel there must be some sort of a celebration going on in the family, a birthday, an anniversary or something.
So birthday, anniversary, something that's going on right now. I'm afraid we might have a lot of people saying yes to that as well, though.
Right, Bright and very, very funny. He's so funny. Come on, he's saying, come on, come on. So I know he was impatient as well, wanted everything done yesterday. But he's absolutely lovely, and I really feel I need to speak to is it his mum?
Okay. So what do you think, Kathy? Let's see. Gail is saying wedding anniversary coming up on the 17th. Let's see.
Well,
Maria
this is
is saying
about
7.
today. There was one there that came up today.
Yeah.
Something.
So Marie Rodman is saying that her 17 months for her son is today. Let's see. Marisol is saying that the passing of her son will be within 3 days. And then, let's see, I guess that, and Maria is saying that he's very funny. Um, is there maybe another message that we might be
I
able to?
just asked him for something else, and I'm wondering if he suffered with sinus, because I can see him breathing things up his nose, or sort of like to clear his head.
Okay. So if anyone knows about any sinus issues that their son might have had, that might be able to help us with bringing someone on. And again, they're probably piggybacking today, so I think that you should listen to. So allergy, Eleanor is saying that her son.
Allergy is something to do with his nose. Um, I do feel he suffered with his chest as well, because I can hear him gasping for breath as he's coming closer. But he doesn't want them to remember that. He wants them to remember this young, funny guy that he was. And I feel he was a prankster. That's another thing. He was a prankster with practical jokes.
Okay. Um, let's see. So, um,
Mm.
Jamie had very bad bouts of pneumonia. Maria is saying that her son was a joker. Marisol is saying Daniel had a tumor on his chest and he was on oxygen the last few days.
Yep. Meg and Mike are saying that their son had asthma.
Okay.
Right. Let's try that one.
Okay. That sounds good. Let's start with Meg and Mike. And let me quickly find Meg and Mike. Sorry. Actually, I might be able to find you on the screen right here. Sorry about
I've
that.
got them.
You got them? Okay,
Yeah,
great.
I've asked them to unmute.
Thank you.
Hello.
hello, hello. Thank you. So, a practical joker, funny.
Yeah, we can take all of it.
Yeah, good, wonderful. Here today, because I feel there's a situation at the moment where the family needs support at this moment.
That'd be true.
Okay, take a deep breath, my love. Just take a deep breath. Don't cry, because he doesn't want that. He wants you to just feel that love that he's coming in with. Okay, all right. Are you okay? Ready for me to go on?
Yeah.
I feel he had a go at everything. I can see him climbing trees, hanging onto ropes. But did he ever go fishing? Because suddenly I saw somebody fishing.
That was his happy place. Mhm.
Right, perfect. That's perfect. All right. But I do feel he had a love for animals as well. And I'm not so sure that this fishing sat well with him if he'd got to kill a fish. Would that make sense to you?
Um, Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. All right. And he would have been met by his grandfather. You would understand that as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So as he stands here with me, um, he feels very lean and just a very athletic type of a guy, but just comes forward and he wants me to say to you, can I call you Meg?
Yes, of course.
He wants to say to you, Meg, that at night he comes in and touches your face because sometimes you're crying. He says, I know she's crying. And if he could have stayed, he would have done. And it wasn't by choice that he chose to go. But when this time comes, I know that the transition is really, really quickly. And his was really, really quickly. But you must have loads and loads of his stuff. Do you have his room still as he had it?
Yeah, we do.
And do you go and sit on that bed and talk to him?
I sit in a chair. Yeah, I do.
And he shows me things that you've kept from his childhood, like things from, we call it school. I don't know what you call it over there. When he was at school, he would have drawn funny little things and he would have brought them home for you. Highly sensitive. He was highly sensitive and would get upset quickly. But
Yes.
he comes today with this mountain of love for you and blows a kiss. He said, please, please tell everybody I'm okay because I do feel people have worried. He is okay, he's fine. And and this picture with the three,
Mhm.
you have this picture as well with three.
We have lots of pictures with three.
Perfect, perfect. And he is walking in your house, your home. And who had a motorhome?
Oh, I don't know. I would have to think about that. I don't know.
Okay, he just talks about a motorhome, so I don't know if somebody's going to get one or has one. But
Mm.
but here today, because it is a special day, there is a lot of love coming forward, and just turn the page of his life and know he's okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Bless you. Thank you very much.
Mm.
Thank you so much. And remember that if you get a validation today, if you could send something to me for the newsletter, that would be wonderful. And I will be sending my email address to everyone, but it's just Elizabeth at helpingparentsheal.org. And sorry for interrupting. Go
That's
ahead.
okay. So the next one that came through, it was a pretty fair-haired lady,
Mm.
um,
It
young
does.
woman, young woman. I want to say here, she was very popular at school. She went on to hold down a secure job. Shows me waterfalls, and I feel they were memories. The family must have taken her to beautiful waterfalls, and she's here today to help her mother. Uh, I don't know if the name of Chrissy fits anywhere there, but I did just hear that, and um, that's all I've got on it. So pretty fair-haired girl, popular at school, went on to hold down a secure job. Shows me waterfalls. It's the waterfalls that are really important memories. And here today to help her mother. And the name of Chrissy came in as well. Um, and she would have contacted her mother already, I feel.
So we have the different messages that Pauline has said that Kathy is so kindly typed. Does this resonate with anyone? Maybe you could write in the chat box if so.
I'm not saying that was her name, Chrissy. I'm just saying that that was the name I heard as she started to step back from me.
So it doesn't look like anyone's taking this so far, but maybe some more information. Fair-haired young woman, popular at school. I'm just looking.
And she held down a very good job. I feel it was a good job she held down. She doesn't say anything about an illness or what happened to her, but again, I do feel it was quick again, quick again. Ah, she's gone to her heart, so there was some problem there.
Does this resonate with anyone? It might be for someone who's not on the meeting who will be listening to this later on. So, um,
Okay. That's fine. If anybody thinks about it and wants to come back to me, we can come back to that one. I'm quite happy to do that.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay, so the next one was a young man. He used to like to mess about with cars. He would have gone to a school where there's some sort of a training and a uniform. I could see that, and like a parade ground. So he would have gone on to do something like that. He shows me glasses. I feel he was extremely fit. He had a problem with respiratory and heart. He slowly lost his battle to survive, sending love to family. Um, and there's a dog. There's also a dog that's also very important to him. And he would have also loved to play sport. But the main thing he showed me was like a man with a trumpet on a parade ground. So some connection to that as well.
Okay, does anyone identify with this young man that Pauline is bringing through? And Kathy has kindly written all of the cues, all of the different validations in the chat box. Let us know. It's interesting that people are not, the first one everyone connected with, and not so much.
It's parade ground. So whether he went on to some sort of training school before he went to work, I could see that as well. But I saw little glasses on him as well, gold, like little gold round glasses. Very, very clearly I saw him. But don't worry. I'm sure somebody will contact me and say, yes, I understand all of that. But there was a dog as well. It was the dog that was really important to him. But it was respiratory, but it was his heart that gave out.
So if anybody identifies, speak now or forever hold your peace, and maybe we'll move on from there and come back to this if anyone does want to.
All right. This next one, it's a sad one, and it's a young man, and he suffered with depression quite badly. And I felt he became quite insular in as much as he didn't interact with people. He was very clever as well, and he used to take himself away and be on his own. Um, he made that decision to step from this world, but he's here today to be reunited with his family. I feel there's a special bench, and the family would sit and remember him there. And I've just heard a name of Brad, so I'm not saying it's his name, but it would be a name that would connect there. So a young man suffered with depression. He was insular, very, very insular.
So we have Claire saying yes, but there's no bench. Does that sound like you like to go ahead and speak to
There's somewhere where they've a memory to him.
Claire, is there a place where you've created some kind of memorial to him? Yes, a small garden stone. Okay.
Fine, fine.
So, would you like for us to unmute Claire?
Yes, please. Thank you.
And so,
I've asked her to unmute.
okay, great. I see that you have. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm right here.
There you are.
Hi, Claire. Hi, can you hear me, Claire?
Yes, I can.
Right, I've got lost half my screen. I've got like this thing down the side. I don't know how to
I
get rid of
know. That happened to me too.
don't know how to get rid of that.
Yeah. Not a lot of information, but I do have this garden stone out back with his name, and
Okay,
was a
and
young man, very clever, insular.
very clever. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and I feel he liked to spend a lot of time on his own.
Yes.
But I even feel in his growing up time, you could see it there. You could see that he liked his own company. I'm almost wanting to say he was bordering on being brilliant. He was such a clever lad.
He had a 140 IQ. I guess that's pretty smart.
Okay. And also, as he's coming in now, he's talking to me. Um, I don't feel he was a cuddler, but I do feel that you could cuddle him.
Yes.
But I don't feel he liked many people getting hold of him. And it was just something in him, and he tried so hard to get rid of all of this. And he worked on different projects to keep his mind going. But this awful feeling kept coming into him. But I don't feel he talked about it to you.
Well, I'm not sure if that would be him or not because it was anxiety, depression, and severe substance abuse.
Right,
And we did communicate.
right,
I knew his heart.
okay.
And
Um, but so I just feel he'd given up all hope, and he dug himself into a hole, and he just couldn't get back out of it.
yes,
Just, yeah,
exactly correct.
understand that. And a lovely face, lovely
Yeah.
face. But I want to say he must have lost weight because he looks very hollow as he's looking back at me now. But he's not like that now. He needs you to know that he's absolutely fine. And he talks about gardens and flowers and how beautiful life can be. But when he was here, unfortunately, he couldn't see it. But he sees it all now. And he sees the anguish and the pain that it's caused. And he's here to try and maybe get you to understand that he loves you so much.
I understand that. I
He
know.
loves you, he loves you so much. Did he have any connection with horses? Because he's just brought a horse forward.
Not that I can think of. Not horses.
Right, okay. Well, he's got this horse with him now, and it's got like a flash down its nose, and it's a chestnut. So whatever that may mean to you, that's he's got that horse with him. But I do feel as a little one, he was quite insular then, but I do feel he didn't like you out of his sight. And here today to bring that special bond. What about that name Brad? Is that anywhere in your family?
No, I don't. I'm not making a connection with that. I hope it's me or with. I don't
Okay.
want to take anyone's time.
Does everything else fit that I've said?
Yes, but
And I'm going to give that to you. But the fact that he was so very clever, so very clever. Was he also good on computers and that sort of thing, IT stuff?
yeah, fairly. His brother was that was his field, but Spence was good at
Yeah,
that.
he wants to talk to me about that. But just really very very upset. But do you have a plaque with his name on anywhere?
Well, that stone in my garden
Yeah,
is about this thick in the shape of a plaque, and it
yeah,
has his name.
fine. That's what I was looking for. You
Yeah.
see, over here we all do benches and stuff like that, and that's what I was seeing.
I've been thinking every day on my walk that I want to get with the city about a bench.
Yeah, well, do it. Absolutely do it. Good. I've just got rid of half of the thing on my screen, and now I've got something else come up.
No.
That happened to me.
Right, I've got rid of it. So, can I leave his love with you?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
very welcome. You're very welcome. Bless you and thank you.
Thank you.
So I just want to tell you that Beata is saying that everything that you said was connecting to her too. And in fact, he was connecting with horses.
I'll
Um,
talk to her.
Also very good with computers. So maybe we could bring Beata on as well, if that's okay with
Absolutely.
I've just asked her to unmute.
Wait, let me actually go in. Inside is a little better. Yeah, it's just I couldn't relate to the bench or a plaque.
Okay. A
Everything
memorial of
else is
something.
very resonant.
So a memorial to him. Have you got anything at all?
Um, Nothing public.
No, okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
But it was this horse that suddenly came in.
Yeah.
Uh, this
It's
chestnut
interesting.
blaze.
Yeah, because it's like as a kid, it was connected to it, and then sorry, my voice is a little funny. And and then in the last treatment programs that he was in, and he said, I really got along well with the horses. You know, it was like this peaceful place where he could
Yes,
connect
definitely.
deeply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh, and if I told say that he suffered with depression
Yes. Strong.
and very insular in as much as he didn't interact with people.
You know, he you know, tried and did, but the center was very insular.
Mm.
That's yeah, it was a
But here today to be reunited with his family, and what about that name of Brad? Does that fit anywhere around your family?
um no, it's funny that the way you said it, it's almost like how he said dad, you know,
Right.
but it's not um no, Bradley wasn't really Brad wasn't
Maybe it was the way he would have said dad, but
yeah.
yeah, to tell you that he's in a much better place.
Mhm.
Because I do feel that you found this very very difficult to cope with,
Yes, it was.
and all the talking in the world, because you don't want the talking, you want him, and you wanted him to be better, and you tried everything within your power to make it better.
Yes, it did.
So, and he realizes all of that, and I just need you to know that. And he just does a heart for me, so I need to give you this heart.
Mm.
He does love you all very, very dearly, and the fact that he's still remembered gives him such pride in himself that he knows he's not being forgotten.
Yeah.
You're welcome. So you take his love.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you. Get that bench.
yeah. Yeah, I think about the plaque. Yeah.
Thank you. So again, if you get a validation, if you'd like to send something to me, it's Elizabeth at helpingparentsheal.org. And let's keep going. We still have some time.
Good. Yes, we do. I can see that. So the the um, the next energy. Let's make sure. Um, I feel that this is female, and she was taken into hospital suffering with a problem with bloods, and I can see clots in the lungs. And I do feel this came on quite quickly, but she was suffering with fatigue and very, very tired. She got very, very tired. Very, very pretty girl. Um, and there, there would have been, she would have been very active, and I feel there's photos of her paddling in the sea. Just beautiful scenery I see, and her feet are in the sea, and I can see the rocks and the horizon over there. Very sadly, she was taken young, and she had everything to live for. Many friends still keep in touch with the family. That's quite heart-rending, that one.
Does this resonate with anyone? I'm sure that Kathy, yes. So Kathy has typed all of the validations in the chat box as well. So let us know if this resonates.
But it's this photograph in the sea with her paddling that I feel would hold quite special memories for her family.
Okay. And again, okay, so Petra is saying sort of. So should we, my daughter did not have blood clots, she said, but the rest, I guess.
Was there problems with her blood?
Were there problems with her blood, Petra? I mean, I'm sure you heard Pauline. She did have a blood issue, adrenal insufficiency. Would you like to talk to Petra? She's the only one that's responding right now. It made her very tired, very, very
Yeah,
tired.
that's what I want. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if we can find Petra then.
She is unmuted.
Oh, you're so fast. So, Petra, there you are. Okay.
Hi, Petra. Hi. You don't understand the blood clots, but there was a problem with bloods. Do you understand that?
That I do understand. Yes, she didn't die from that. So if this young lady died from it, she did not die from that.
She didn't say that. No, she didn't
Okay.
say that. She said that was one of the complications. She was very, very active. Have you got this picture of her paddling in the sea?
I have a lot of pictures of her. We did a lot of cruises, a lot of snorkeling, a lot of beach in the Caribbean. So we have a lot of pictures with her, and yes.
Okay. That feels much better, much better. But she's very sad as she comes in because she was taken young. You understand that as well.
She was 23.
Young, too young, far, far too young. And her friends still keep in touch with you.
Her best friend does, yeah.
Um, and here today to remind you of the naughty things she did. So she's talking about her childhood and the naughty things she got up to. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And I feel she was quite vocal, and I feel she could shout back at you. I used to shout at my mum, and she's telling me I should shout at her. I used to shout at her, and you'd try and catch her, but she was too quick for you. Yeah, but in fact, she said what a fabulous life she had, and she was cosseted, loved, and I feel that she had loads and loads of things. In a younger day, was she very much a dolly girl? And I'm talking about dolls like Barbies, Cindy's, that
Yes.
sort of.
Absolutely. Yes.
Because I'm seeing loads of those all being lined up, and she talked to them. But she was way above her years, she tells me, and I always wanted to grow up far too quick.
Oh
And
God, yes.
yeah, my mum would keep me on a tight leash. And I do
Yes.
feel that there must have been a boyfriend you didn't like, because I think she was forbidden to see him, this particular boyfriend.
There was somebody I didn't like at one point, yes. Yeah.
Okay. And was there also a lad with a motorbike, or is this the one you didn't like?
No, I don't know. I don't think he had a motorbike. I don't know that she had. I mean, there might have been somebody. She was in the army for a few years, so there might have been somebody, but
She was such a fun-loving girl, such a fun-loving girl. And was she fastidious about her weight?
she was.
Absolutely fastidious. Because I see her looking a little bit bigger than I first saw her, and then suddenly it was all gone again. And
Oh my God.
she
Yes.
pointed at me and she said, just like you, just like you. And I feel she liked shoes, she liked everything, but she was beautiful,
Oh
stunning.
God, it was beautiful, stunning, absolutely stunning.
Did you braid her hair?
I didn't braid her hair, but we had her hair braided one time. The first time we went on a cruise to the Bahamas, to Nassau, she wanted to get her hair braided. She ended up with a staph infection. But yes.
But she didn't care, and she was really funny. And okay, did she eat secretly in her bedroom?
Oh my God, yes, candy. And yes, yes. Not over the top, like she wasn't like bulimic. But
No,
yes, she would secretly eat candy in her bedroom because I wasn't a big candy person.
no. Okay. And amazing. She's showing me some kind of a necklace. I feel it's a necklace, but it's like it's got a blue stone in it.
Necklace with a blue stone.
So, like a blue azurite or something like that. I don't feel like it was a sapphire or anything big like that. But she shows me another necklace with a broken heart. You know, the heart with the broken bit in it. And I don't know if you had one of those. You're on mute.
Thank you. I believe her and her best friend had one of those. I mean, I have a heart with her ashes in it, but I don't think that's what.
No, it's a broken heart. A broken heart. Well, that heart with the ashes is a broken heart.
Her and
But
her best friend have one.
right, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay. And She says you try so hard to talk to her. She said, I do listen. I do listen. But I feel you're impatient, Petra, for her to communicate with you. And I understand that. That's why I wanted to be a medium, so I could just do it. And smiles. And did you take us somewhere where there was a volcano that had erupted? So somewhere where there was a volcano.
No volcanoes here. No. Hold on. Let me think for a second. No. I want to say like there's something that's nagging me where there was some sort of volcanic stuff that we walked on, but
Yeah, definitely.
nowhere specific.
It's some sort of volcanic stuff because I can see it.
Yeah, there's something that's nagging me in the back of my mind.
But she used to get very brown and she just loved it and loved life. And here today to just blow your kids.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Petra.
Her name was Emily.
Emily.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Unmute. Oh, that's so wonderful. Beautiful, Emily. And thank you, Petra. And thank you, Pauline.
Very, very welcome. Very welcome. Okay, the next one, it's a group of boys and they were in a wooded area, possibly camping, but they were in a wooded area. A boy slipped and fell and he hit his head. He didn't survive, but I felt a rescue team came, but he had this head injury. And that's all he gave me. But it was this group of lads in sort of like I don't know what I'm going to call it, a forest, a tree area. I do feel they camped, but he slipped and he hit his head.
So it doesn't look like it's resonating unless someone is
But I do feel they got a rescue team in and they got him out. But it was sometimes when you hit your head, a certain part of it, it's just fatal. But I do feel he loved the outdoor life. I feel he used to sing. Not that he could sing well, he said, but I would sing. And it shows me a compass. So whether he actually did a lot of this going out into the wild, but he's showing it to me today. What else are you going to say? What else are you going to say? I do feel there must have been some old car as well. So whether that was in the family or whether he actually had that old car.
it doesn't look like anyone is taking this, Pauline.
That's okay. That's okay. I can move on. I'll move on. All right. This is another young man, and he was on a field playing football. He was extremely good, but he was happy and full of life. I felt he'd had a problem with his heart, and I can see an inhaler being used. He collapsed, and it felt like his heart had stopped. A lot was done to try and help him, but he didn't recover from this. But I feel he was a lot worse than they actually thought he was.
Okay. Does it resonate with anyone? It's an unusual day. I wonder what there's something going on with the moon or something. Usually people take these immediately. So if not, maybe we can move on from this.
Yeah, we'll move on again. This is a young woman, obviously somebody's daughter, and she was expecting her baby, but I felt she had problems with the pregnancy. I've never been pregnant, so I don't understand the problems that you could have, but whether it was some sort of a toxemia, but there was difficulty at birth. And the mum lost an awful lot of blood, and I also feel there was some sort of sepsis there as well, but the baby survived. The baby did survive.
This is very specific, so all of these are. So it should be something that, and again, this could be someone who's going to be reading or listening to the recording after. This happens very frequently these days.
That's to me.
Listening to the recording ends up taking the reading, which is nice.
Right, shall I move on?
I think probably it looks like no one's taking this, but if someone does, then I'll let you know. So don't worry.
I've got this written here, but before I read this, I've got a young man just coming into my head now, and he was brought up in a lovely family home. He got in with the wrong crowd, and I feel he started to use some stuff he was smoking, but then it went on from there, and he got so involved in it, and funding this habit was really hard. I do feel his family tried everything within their power to help him, but he just got deeper and deeper into this. I do feel they'd even talked about helping him to go somewhere so that they could get this completely out of his system. But then it just took another dip again, and I do feel he lost his life to this. He was quite traumatized, I feel, towards the end of this, because he couldn't see where he was going anymore, and he seemed to have lost a lot of friends around him. But he just pushed his way forward. He's quite tearful as he comes in. So this would have been some sort of a drug abuse here that took his life.
So Dan is taking this. Why don't we go ahead and ask Dan to unmute? Let's see. We're both doing it at the same time, Kathy. So
I got him.
you got him? Okay. And now spotlight. And you can speak now if you want to, Dan.
Yeah, my son died of a fentanyl overdose.
Okay. Now, it's really interesting that you've picked this up, because I was looking at you on the screen earlier. And is that your son behind you there?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Do you understand everything I've said there, that he got in with the wrong people?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think it's so many kids nowadays, though. So,
Okay.
everything you said fits, though.
Oh, thank you. He feels like he's taking me back in his life now, and I want to go when he was young. And I see him doing a lot of sport. Would you understand that with him?
When he was little,
Yeah.
not as a young adult, though, or not even as an adolescent, not past childhood.
Right. Okay. I feel that he almost has a twinkle in his eye, and I feel that everybody loved him. He just had that oozing personality. Yeah, you understand that?
I do.
And did he drink beer? Because he's just handed me a beer.
He probably did, but that wasn't his vice.
No, I know that, but he just wants to hand me a beer, and just trying to pull it all together so that I can realize it all. He shows me a shoebox. Is there something about a shoebox? Have you kept a shoebox with bits in it, or did you find stuff in a shoebox?
I think he probably did, and we have. Um, I don't know that it lends itself to anything specific.
No, I'm just looking for clarification on it.
He,
But it's
I'll tell you, he used to hide things in shoe boxes.
right. That, as long as you understand the blooming shoebox, just the
Yeah.
shoebox. Yeah, okay. But comes in really close now. And he said he would get angry, and that wasn't him. Didn't want to be angry, because I do feel that he got quite a good pathway there. But all of this muddled his brain. It muddled his brain, and he lost friends. And I do feel the horrendous rows at home, even
That's
trying
true.
trying trying to make him see sense, trying to make him realise that this wasn't going to be any good at all. And was there a time he came back up a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, right before he passed, he had gone through rehab, and
Yeah,
it was it fooled us because we believed he was coming out of it.
yeah. And then was there he did something again, but this was something really strong, and that was it.
Was it?
Yeah, you understand that?
Exactly.
Right, okay. That's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. And I just feel that he thought he could get away with it. He thought he would be okay. But I do feel his body had suffered terribly. Was he also injecting?
No, no, he
Never.
was not. Not injecting.
Right, okay. But he said it was all too easy. It was all given. Everything was given too easily. And then when you hooked on it, that's it. He said there's no way back. And he tried and tried, and he wants you to understand that he really, really did try. And never a day goes past that you don't think, what could I have done more?
That's true.
And what could I have done? How could I have helped him? But they get this mindset in here, and they you just can't move them past it. But he wants you to try and take your mind back to when he was this fun-loving kid. But I always feel what he's making me feel. He was quite an outstanding boy.
I think so.
He was quite an outstanding boy. And I do feel there were lots of friends around him. Was there also a girlfriend?
He did have a girlfriend, yes.
Okay. And he just wants to say that it was all so quick. It was all so quick. So what I take from that he didn't suffer. And the colour blue, he keeps showing me blue. Is that significant?
It seems to come up a lot.
That colour blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he shows me it as a sort of a puzzle, and he shows me a key going in a lock. And he said sometimes it fits and sometimes it doesn't. And he said, and there was nothing I could do because I feel he'd got himself way in here.
Huh. I'll have to think on that one.
Okay. But so much love, and thank you for everything you did.
Thank you.
And he'll always walk with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was wonderful. And okay, and we have about 12 minutes, 11 minutes longer, so maybe time for another.
Right, I've got this one more written down here, and it was a young man in a car, and he was driving, and I felt there was an accident involving another vehicle. Left home in a rush. Everything was in a rush. It's almost as if I see him running to the kitchen, grabbing something off the side to eat because he hadn't got time to sit down, and he did go to work. He was always like this. He was always late. Everything was last minute with him. And possibly other cars were involved here. And he just said at the end, and truck. He was so energetic that he rushed everywhere. No time to go slow. Love life. And a favourite hat.
So Gail is saying that sounds like me, but it was a single car accident. And Maria is saying Jesse on his way to work was hit by a truck.
That there is truck written because I said truck.
So should we bring Marie on, or let's see.
And a favourite hat?
Does he have a favorite hat, Marie? Caps. Okay. So let's go ahead and find Marie.
I've asked her to unmute.
You're already. You're so fast. Thank you. So Marie, could you say something so that we can spotlight you?
Hi, here I am.
Okay.
Hi.
I see you. Okay. And then we also have Pauline. There we go.
Right, lovely. Thank you. So rushing everywhere, do you understand that with him?
Yes, always in a hurry.
Yeah, he came in here like a whirlwind and then he rushed out again. And almost as if he grabbed food on the way because he didn't get up early enough to have something to eat properly. And I feel you were always telling him off, slow down, but he didn't listen.
Always.
And whether he had some sort of shoes with laces in, they were even not done up properly as well.
His work boots. Yeah.
Work. Okay, he's just coming again. Did he play a guitar, or was there a particular guitar music he liked?
Didn't play one, no.
Right, he just showed me a red guitar. And was this the one with the truck involved?
Yes, a truck hit him. Yes.
The truck. That's what I've just written. It was written here. And then he goes on to say that he was just, it was an unbelievable thing that happened.
Exactly.
Unbelievable, he said. There was no time. He said, I didn't have time to do anything.
Yeah, the truck driver fell asleep.
Oh, for goodness sake. He still shows this red guitar. Can you place that anywhere? Did he go and watch bands or?
Yeah, he was always going out, yes.
Right.
But I can't think of a guitar.
Right, okay. And it shows me with jeans on, jeans.
Oh, always, yes.
And a jacket. And he was a really good looking boy too, ever so good looking. And I feel he used to shout out and wave to people. He had no stop button. He just didn't care. He just got through life. But his family were his world. You do know that, don't you?
I do.
His family was his world. And was there ever a problem with his teeth when he was growing up? Did he have to have a tooth repaired? Something going on in his mouth?
Yes, and he was always conscious of. He had beautiful teeth, but he always felt that they weren't good enough.
Good. And liked to make sure his hair was just so.
Perfect, yeah.
His hair had to be just so. And he had the most infectious smile. If he smiled at you, you'd all smile back at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. At school, I'm going to call it school, I don't feel he liked to sit there and learn, but he was naturally clever. But he shows me his hands. So did he work with his hands?
Carpenter, yes.
Yeah. A skilled job, yeah. And I do feel he could create all sorts of wonderful things. He's actually showing me like an Indian totem pole. Did you take him to see one of those, or was there a memory? Where's that coming from?
Since he passed, I carved into a tree. Right. Maybe that's what it means.
That's fine. That'll do me. All right. And a particular yellow flower he's holding up.
Sunflower, yes.
Yeah, okay. And I feel as a kid, he'd get one thing done, but he was always couldn't get that done quick enough, so he could get off and do something else.
Always, yeah.
And he just flashes up a ring. So did you buy him a ring of some sort? Did he have a ring?
No, I don't think so. No.
Right, I can still see the ring, so I can't just discard it. Well, come on now, show me something else. He's making me touch all my teeth, so he was really fastidious about his mouth. Okay. He's just said to me, I could be untidy. Was he untidy?
When he lived with me, yes. Not when he was on his own, no.
But it was a fun time. I can hear loud music. I can keep hearing this loud music. But he never in a million years would he have thought that this was going to happen.
No, none of it.
And what his message here, and I think this is for everybody, live every minute as if it's your last, because you never know. You never know when that's going to happen. But he thanks you for talking to him, because I feel you talk to him all the time. I don't know if you're doing any work to help improve your development, but he says he can hear you. can hear you. And
I'm
have you
glad.
found things happening in the house, like maybe music comes on at a special time, or pictures aren't quite straight anymore because he's altering them all?
Uh, no, I look and hope he does, but I haven't seen anything.
Just look at your pictures, because I feel he's going to do that. He gives me the color red, red. So is red significant?
Yes, he loved red. His car, his shoes. Yes.
Great. I've got a red car. Love red. Um, and he just smiles at that. But he loved his job. He loved his life. Now he's taken me up into sort of a mountainous area, trees and things. Did you take him there, or do you live anywhere near there?
Well, he took me there, and we do live near places like that, but he loved hiking.
Yeah. And shows me lakes, and like I don't know if he ever stayed on the banks of a beautiful lake, but I see like a wooden type house, and the lake. It's the lake he keeps showing. Water.
Oh, no, I don't know about that one. No.
You did everything in your power to get in things as a kid. I can see a nice bicycle. I can see nice things around him. Good shoes. And he's very proud of all of that. But I do feel that he was a loving boy.
Very.
You know, I want
Yes,
to
very.
wrap my arms around you and say, I love you, Mum, because I feel that that was him. He had this great depth of warmth within him.
Yeah, yeah. He loved his family.
Very, very much so. Is there something special you put on the Christmas tree for him?
Yes. A few things. Yes, yes. I painted
Definitely.
some things
And
for him. He painted some things for me.
good, perfect, absolutely perfect. You gave him that life, and he thanks you for it. I'm going to leave his love with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. And thank you, Pauline. And that was beautiful. We have 2 more minutes. Would you like to leave us all with a little bit um, from the kids? Maybe just some thoughts of your own about these beautiful kids that all were here. Um, and then the ones that unfortunately weren't claimed, but will be claimed, I'm sure, when people listen to the recordings.
So all these lovely kids and young adults as well, as they come forward, they come with so much love, and that's what you have to hold in your hearts, that they are just a breath away from us. They haven't gone anywhere. They're just not in the physical world anymore, and they will try everything they can to make you realize that they are there always with you, by moving things, touching things, playing certain music, giving you a smell that they're there. But they've all come today with such a lot of love, and I do hope that some of the children that weren't claimed will be claimed, and if people contact me, I would certainly help them with it. I want to say to all of you, take great care of yourselves, but know how much the spirit world are interested in what we do, and to try and connect with you at all times, at all times. And if any of you are training, continue with it, because it's the most amazing gift. Thank you all very much for having me here tonight. Daytime for you, nighttime for me. And I think I'm back again in June.
Yes, we'll see you on the 4th of June. And then we always ask everybody to unmute and say thank you if you'd like to do so. And have a wonderful rest of the day. And again, she'll be back. Pauline will be back on the 4th of June. There are a lot of people saying thank you in the chat box. Did I make it? Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
I was worried that
Thank you so much, Pauline.
You're welcome. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
So very much.
you all
Thank
have
you.
a wonderful rest of the day. Take care. And we'll see you tonight for sound healing with Geraldine Glass. It's going to be amazing. Take care. Bye, everybody.